Hello, welcome the last time on. This is the podcast for people who want to watch all this prestige television, but who's got time for it?
Time for it? It belongs in a museum!
Hey, I'm Victor, and you are listening to the only podcast on the internet hosted by three men who absolutely, 100% could not complete a World War II obstacle course in their current condition. No matter how
I
I might be able to do it.
If John Goodman at 60 can do it, I will say I am getting over the flu still. I've been sick for about 4.5 days.
Mhm.
So let me get at least another 2 or 3 days of recovery in before you make me do it, just because going up and down the stairs hurts my knees too much right now. But I know that that's recent because of this illness and just being beat up.
Oh yeah, it's so funny that you mentioned that you were feeling sick the other day, and sorry, probably introduce ourselves.
I'm Jafar.
I am Ben.
Yeah, and it was strange that Jafar mentioned the other day that he couldn't record because he was sick, and then that same day I had messages from a couple other friends in town who couldn't, who had to cancel plans or call in sick to work. I was like, oh my god, this flu that's going around, it's reached all the way up to Detroit.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, so here we are. It's listeners, thank you for if you're listening right now, thank you for being patient with us as we took a extended break in between our seasons here. As you may or may not know, we are starting our next season. We are doing Downton Abbey, which
Yes.
is not at all what I expected, but we'll get to that next episode. But today, we are doing a movie break, as is tradition. We do a movie that stars an actor who is in the series that we are blasting our way through. And for us this time, it is Hugh. I picked this one because Hugh Bonneville, is that his name?
Yep.
He's the main character, I believe, in Downton Abbey, and he is also in 2014's The Monuments Men.
Mm-hmm. That he is, which
yes.
is what we watched for today's episode. We'll be talking about The Monuments Men. Did you watch this when it came out? This came out in 2014.
I wanted to, I didn't.
I completely missed this movie. This was in the chunk of time where I was traveling extensively for work, and there's 3 or 4 years where I just missed every movie that came out, all of pop culture for the most part. If it wasn't music, which was readily available when I was traveling, then I missed it. I missed a lot of TV from this time frame too. And I watched the trailer before I watched the movie just to kind of get a feel for it. And I actually got kind of sad and really upset because this is 1,000% a kind of the movie that my dad and I would have gone to have seen.
Oh, that's awesome.
And to have missed it and not had that chance to go see this with him. I mean, this was his health was not great when this movie came out, so it would have been a tall ask to get him to a movie theater. But still, it was just this would have been, if this movie had come out maybe 2 or 3 years earlier, this 100% is the kind of movie we would have gone together to go see.
That is so incredibly sweet. Well, let's pour one out for Papa Jafar.
Yeah.
I caught this on Netflix a few years ago. It just looked interesting, and I was on a World War II movie binge, and I was just in that kind of mood. I think I was playing a lot of old school Medal of Honor on the on the PlayStation at that point. But yeah, this movie was not at all what I expected. But we'll get into that. It's got a hell of a cast: George Clooney,
Yes.
John Goodman, Matt Damon, Bill fucking Murray.
That was a bummer.
Yes. I was like, Bill Murray's in this movie, but wait, where's Bill Murray? Why is he? Dude, I swear he's like half awake through the entire movie. He's like,
That's
come
Bill
on,
Murray.
man.
I don't know. That's always Bill Murray. I've never enjoyed Bill Murray's shtick.
Really?
Which is always Bill Murray is a giant asshole, but you kind of deal with it because look how charming Bill Murray is. And I'm just like, I don't
Right.
find him charming. I just think he's an asshole. I just think he's the worst part of Ghostbusters. You know?
I mean, he is the worst part of Ghostbusters. That's
I want
very
Sigourney
true.
Weaver
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
to kick his ass. And we all know she could.
Just making a note. I don't think he's charming. He's just an asshole. Is going to be the name of my autobiography.
But one thing I did appreciate about this is it is one of the few World War II movies where you get a 50-year-old lieutenant and it actually makes sense.
Yeah, that is
Because
very
so
true.
many World War II movies, especially like the classic, like the John Wayne ones, where it's just like John Wayne is a 50-year-old man playing a guy who in actual World War II would have been, 21 leading 18-year-olds. And they're like, the
Yeah.
old man, he's been there and seen everything. And it's like,
I
he
mean,
is
in
23.
in the early days of the war, I could see that, but yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know what the rules were for commissioned officers back then, but I was surprised that the one guy, they made him a private when he's supposed to be like a art scholar or something, which means he's got to have some kind of a degree.
They all
Well, I'm
have
getting ahead of
different
myself.
ranks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is weird.
It seems like they were like, okay, you get like in a lot, like you need to have a chain of command inside this special group. And so
Yeah.
you're going to have one private, one sergeant, one lieutenant, and they just go up and they just pick who gets what.
The one thing it did make me think about was all of the walls Clooney's character runs into during this are because he is brought in as a lieutenant,
Right.
and so he is not able to pull rank on anybody.
Mhm.
Where it's the sort of thing where it's like, if it's made up anyway. He's outside of the regular chain of command. If they had made him a colonel and he's like, hey, don't blow up that church, it's important,
Right.
they'd have to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
That is
they for some reason they only made him a lieutenant, which means he is outranked by, if everybody remembers from last year, all of those tech bros who got made like majors and colonels because they sell the government spy shit.
Jesus Christ, man, don't remind me that was reality. Fuck, man. Fuck this fucking timeline. Anyway.
Only the best and the brightest.
What's interesting is that just briefly, brief trivia that I found out that this was, at the beginning of the movie it says this is based on true story. However, the actual monuments men were a few hundred people that were sent out during World War II to do this. There was IMDb.
You would have
300
privates then.
Yeah, 345 men and women from 13 different nations. Yeah, most of them volunteered in the service. Yeah, their description was simple: protect cultural treasures so far as war allowed.
What you currently have in your mouth is art.
But we open in media art, and gentlemen, behold my stuff. Because we're in Ghent, and we are watching these gentlemen
Gentlemen.
taking apart the church altar. Which man, if you have ever gotten the chance to see an old if you've ever been, I don't know, I know Jafar has, Victor. If you ever get the chance to go to Europe, it is always something to see a church where there is this, beautiful altar art piece. And it's like, and that is older than America.
Yeah.
No, I did spend a couple weeks in Germany for leave in Würzburg and Frankfurt, and went down camping in Bavaria for a few days. And
Love Bavaria.
oh my God, it's the fucking mountains where they were just beautiful. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, it really got me thinking that there are buildings in there. I think my cousin took me on a tour of some old churches and stuff. This was back in like 2006, so it was a long time ago. But yeah, I remember thinking, holy shit, these are freaking thousands, couple thousand years old, maybe more than 1,000 years old. Yeah, at least
Depends on where you're
500.
at.
Yeah. And freaking thinking about the USA, we're just babies, man. We're like less than 200 years old. What, 200, 300 years old now? It's like, man, we don't have
250
shit.
this year.
Yeah, 250 this year.
Oh, wow, that's right. Huh.
I've also been to a few places where it's like, and here's a Roman amphitheater, and I'm like, this predates 0.
Yeah.
It's divide by 0.
Yeah, when I went,
the concept of 0 didn't exist yet.
yeah,
You know,
I've been to Illyrian ruins, which is the Greek protogenitor.
Isn't that the people with the portals from Star Trek?
Star Trek? Yes.
No, you're thinking of the Iconians. The Illyrians
That is
are
the
the
Iconians.
ones that genetically modified themselves, like Rebecca Romaine.
Those
Una.
are
Formerly
the
Stamos.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
I've
Ladies,
been,
control your orgasms. I know that was a very very sexy Star Trek trivia moment from Victor.
Oh, I thought you were saying control your orgasms. You're thinking about Rebecca Romaine.
Same though.
I mean, when she's walking through the ship just carrying people, I'm like, yes.
Ben's
mommy.
like, I hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
It's already awake.
It's very awake. I'm aware.
Oh my God, even his shadow. Look at his shadow.
I
Thank
know
you,
how
Lucy
much
Lawless.
I know how much pride you show that newspaper clipping of our LARP days of your wife knocking someone down.
I
Yeah,
love
she
that
kicked
photo.
his shit.
Dude, she was just standing over him. Oh my God, that is. Listeners in the Discord, we got to drop that again because that's
we'll
just
put it
beautiful.
in the Discord
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just some ancient shit. I've been in like pre-Stone Age ruins and stuff in Malta.
Wow.
I've been to St. Vitus Cathedral, which is what I just threw over in our Discord private chat real quick, which started construction in the 1300s. Yeah, like shit's insane over there. It's just like casually ancient is how I've described it in the past. And
Casually ancient. Wow.
yeah, I mean, I've spent a couple of weeks in London over the years now. And I remember at one point, it's just like, man, London's such an interesting city because there's like this really old buildings. And then it's like they tore down all this stuff and put up new buildings next. Oh, wait. Oh,
Fires.
no, they didn't tear it down. Oh, that's right. Oh, the fires. Oh, the Blitz. And you're just like, and it like the gravity of it, the scars of all of that can still hit you when you're walking through because you'll just see like very old buildings next to modern buildings or buildings from like the 50s or 60s, which is modern enough.
This might be reaching. Are either of you guys familiar with Henry V at all? The guy or the play?
Vaguely and less vaguely, or more vaguely.
It's famous for having the Band of Brothers speech at the end.
Oh, the blood of battle is
we few, we lucky few, we band of brothers, for he
brothers,
who
yeah.
sheds his blood with me this day is my brother. And gentlemen of England still abed will hold their manhoods cheap and think themselves accursed that they were not here with us upon this St. Crispin's day.
yeah,
and then they go and kill a bunch of Frenchies.
Read
at the very
read that a few
beginning
times,
of-
have you been?
At the very beginning of that play, there is as King Henry V is getting ready to send his men over to England, there is a plot to try and kill him and overthrow him. And they hold a trial in a tavern for the 3 guys who are going to betray him. Last summer, Glow and I just randomly were like, hey, let's, we were so this would have been 2 summers ago. We were randomly like, hey, let's go to this restaurant while we're in England and get some lunch before we go on our cruise. And it was the tavern where they tried those people.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just like, oh, Henry V was here. That's cool.
So was it like a medieval like Dungeons and Dragons type tavern, or just
it was
describe
just,
this tavern to me?
It was dark wood, narrow, a staircase that goes to an upper level. It was just hey, it's got 2 floors and we sell beer. But it just happened to be near the port where they were leaving, and they could have enough space to get the 20 guys they needed to do the trial. But yeah, so
we should hold trials.
Long digression
in taverns again, I think.
But we have our bad Nazis. They are stealing all of the art, and they are
Nazis
taking
in
the
France.
statues, and we are putting them all together, and we take them back to Germany. And maybe this is why best parents had me play a Nazi at a murder mystery dinner party.
It might be, yes. That is a thing that happened.
And we have I don't know if you guys are with me on this, an almost unrecognizable Cate Blanchett.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. She
doing a
and
great
I
job. I was just like, holy crap, that was Cate Blanchett. Like,
right. And
performing almost
that's,
entirely in French for a while, spitting in their drinks and making.
I believe that's
taking
Goebbels. Is a Nazi
Yes.
there? Yeah. And the Goebbels tells her to go fetch some champagne, and it's real champagne because they're in France. But I just got to say, listeners, never trust anyone who doesn't like you to bring you a drink. What are you doing?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
and he's stealing art because the problem with Goebbels, right?
He was a weird guy.
He's got no balls.
Yes, that was it.
Because Hitler, he only has 1 ball. Goering, he has 2 but small. Himmler, it's very similar. And Goebbels has no balls at all. If you had Ben Sings randomly take a shot.
Yep. Meanwhile, in Italy, people are panicking in a war zone, and there's a massive Last Supper painting on the wall.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I didn't realize the Last Supper was that big. I thought it was like that's not the Last Supper, right?
It's one of the 2. They did
one of the 2?
So one's a painting and one is a fresco.
What? Were they made by the same guy?
Yeah.
This is more common than you might think.
Huh.
So besides there being sometimes there's just multiples from the artist who just did more than one. And then there's things like the Statue of David, where the original is in Florence and in marble, but at some point in the 1800s, some nobility somewhere was all like, I want one. And so they fucking plaster cast the whole thing and made copies of it. Which is how you can see David in London, because Queen Victoria had a copy gifted to her at one point, or made. I'm not quite sure the story there. But yeah, just stuff like that. Sometimes there's just copies of the shit, like The Thinker, right?
Right.
Because The Thinker's in front of the DIA in Detroit. But there's, I think, 3 or 4 sculpts. There's a couple. Editor's note, 27. There are 27 fucking copies of The Thinker.
See, I just figured they just 3D printed copies and just sent them around to whoever wanted one.
I mean, these days.
I mean, there's a Statue of Liberty in Vegas, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. There, once again, is my crappy Texas public education showing. I didn't know that there was a big-ass Last Supper.
Oh yeah, and the painting is also it's the opposite of the Mona Lisa, where the Mona Lisa is smaller than you expect.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mona Lisa's only like this big or something. It's
Yeah.
like 2 foot by 3 foot or something. Or is it even smaller than that? God.
Yeah. Well, we zoom out from the big Last Supper.
21 by 30.
And
Nailed
here we enter George Clooney, a.k.a. the best Batman ever.
Diedrich Bader would like a word.
Yeah, sarcasm dripping from my mouth here. Oh, he was the fucking worst.
He was not a great Batman.
He was a good Bruce
He was a
Wayne.
good Bruce Wayne, though. Yeah.
I like Christian Bale's Bruce. Well, no, Michael Keaton is the absolute best, but that might be biased. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
I
But,
think Jafar and I are both Kevin Conroy.
Oh,
I-
absolutely.
Kevin Conroy is an excellent
Rest in
Batman.
peace. Pour one out for.
Honestly, kind of low key. Robert Pattinson. Look, when it comes to like actual Batman being a detective and not Batman being a superhero, much better job than some of his film counterparts.
That is
Jeffrey
true.
Wright's my favorite Gordon.
Jeffrey Wright is an excellent Commissioner Gordon.
I'm really looking forward to the next the Batman movie, but yeah, that's another thing. Crap, which president do we have here that George Clooney's talking to?
FDR.
That's right. Now, see, here's something that I appreciate in movies where they're portraying a historical figure, or I guess it's usually just presidents. Instead of, you don't show his actual face.
He's having
the actors.
over the shoulder kind of silhouette.
Yeah, I don't know, for some
Yeah.
reason that just makes more sense to me than trying to hire someone who looks like who you're
Like when we
going
just
for.
had the back of a black guy's head as
Or
the
a-
president in Kingsman. They didn't hire somebody who looks like Obama. It was just, hey,
Close
you
enough.
know who it is.
They did the same thing in Doctor Who. But yeah. But George Clooney says we need to get some young art scholars over there to protect these
Artifacts.
priceless art pieces. And just the line, all the young art scholars are already over there. Wow, that was
Not wrong.
that hit me hard. That just got me thinking, like,
This movie actually does a pretty good job of showing but not talking about child soldiers in World War II, which is
Yeah.
a whole thing. But we can save that for when we encounter some more of it in a
Right.
little bit.
Anyway, oh my God, it's Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. As if this didn't have an Ocean's 11 enough vibe.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's sitting there, George Clooney, and he's like, "I'm putting a team together." Like, this is
Yeah.
a fucking heist movie. No, this isn't a heist movie.
I mean, it was advertised like a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The trailer was very heist movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, I'm putting the team together. He's the 7th of the trailer's promised 8-person crew.
Mhm.
And then we get a montage where they collect the rest of them during the opening credits. And we get the
Yeah.
crew all together for a briefing to bring the audience in on the plot.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got John Goodman. We've got Bill Murray. We've got Bob Balaban giving his best Ron Rifkin.
Is that what you think this is all about?
That's over my head. Can you film me
So
in
Bob
there?
Balaban really looks like Sloane from Alias.
Oh. Don't remember
At least
that.
they have. They're bringing similar energy, and they've got the same glasses.
Okay. Was he the one that's at the ballet?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I wrote down Preston. That's the character's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's seriously, he's one of those guys that I've seen him in everything, but I can never put a name on him. There was a scene there where one of them is getting a physical with the doctor, and they're both smoking in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Good shit.
We also get Nazis looking at Chekhov's museum model. And I'm just like, oh, this thing's getting smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get a very fun bit here where, as our high art critics and specialists are going through basic training and trying to scale a wall, John Goodman is doing the crawl through barbed wire while they shoot over your head, and he's just like, "Oh, hey, George Clooney's here," and pops up as they're shooting over their heads.
I do. This probably was my favorite line. Oh, and here we have our boy, our guy here. The reason we're watching this movie,
Jean-Claude,
Hugh
Bonneville. Yes,
Donald Jeffries. I got him mixed up. I wrote down Hugh Bonneville and Donald. Okay, I got his name mixed
Donald
up.
Jeffries is the character.
Hugh Donald is sorry. Okay, very confused. But yeah, my favorite line in the whole movie, where John Goodman's all just like, "Yeah, it's not so bad. They're going easy on us old guys while the crawl on our bellies while the teenagers shoot blanks over our heads." It was like, well, you're right.
Teenagers, yes. Blanks, no. And John Goodman has a whole oh, I just stood up while they were shooting real bullets.
Yeah. Oh man. Then we get our liaison, the unfortunately named Private Epstein from New Jersey.
Literally the exact same thing in my notes. The unfortunately named Private Epstein. To the point where I had to check to make sure that this wasn't a Miramax and Weinstein movie, because he's all over those files if you were unaware. He's already in jail, so we care less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to be all like, oh God, they didn't name him for him, did they? That does not appear to be the case.
Yeah.
So here is where we find out what that museum model we saw before was. It is the Führer Museum. It is Hitler's plan to build the world's biggest museum and populate it with all the stuff he stole.
Yeah. Yep. As they're going over this, the museum and stuff, we cut ahead to them landing in Normandy in July 1944. So
D plus 30.
Well, M plus 1, but yes. Same, but different. Fun fact, I don't know if you caught this, but George Clooney had a map of different invasions into Germany when he was giving his presentation to FDR. And it included an already landed Allied force on Normandy Beach working their way down.
Oh.
Despite that not happening for at least 3 months based off the timestamps we've gotten in this story so far.
Which means
I thought
somebody
that was fun.
talked to Clooney.
Yeah, somebody told Clooney that D-Day was going to happen.
I bet it was Patton.
They added him to the signal chat on accident. Oh, God damn.
But we do get an angry commander here who's just like, fuck you, I'm not going to send my guys around this stuff because you want it saved. We're trying to...
Tell me what I can.
We're trying to
blow
kill
up.
Nazis.
I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I do what I want.
Yeah, I get it. He's all like, I'm not going to have some soldier die because you want me to save a building. Like,
Right.
when you say it like that, I empathize. For sure. But also, just like, can't you do both?
You can.
Right.
Kate Blanchett comes home to a Nazi, the Stahl, in her apartment who was there because her brother was killed earlier that day trying to steal a truck filled with art. And he's all like, I know it's you, and we're going to have you arrested, but then also never follows up on that.
Well, it's more like, hey, you are valuable enough. Cut the shit. Like, I kind of need you. Don't make me kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. Who was it that said, I wrote down in my notes here, your French is not good, which is the most French thing a French person could say.
Oh, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's, like, the subtitles the grammar is bad in the subtitles.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that. That was a great touch.
Well, I also just like it. It's like he learned Quebecois French.
Right.
And
which is
the French
very
French are just like,
Canada.
and they steal a car. What is a car? It's a car for folks. Don't look into who invented it. It's just a folks car. Folks is folks.
Oh, man, what was the thing called? God, I used to play the hell out of this game called Company of Heroes, and there was this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was a great game. When I would play the Wehrmacht, they had this little scout thing that was, I didn't believe this thing was actually real, but it was a motorcycle with tank treads. It had a wheel in front and tank treads in the back. What was that thing called? Oh, that was so fucking
rabbit?
cool. No, it wasn't a rabbit. It was maybe
They had one in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Back when I worked at was at Camp Mabry, the museum there had one that was functional, and for special
So it's
events, they
the
would bring it out.
SDKFZ2.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. Damn it. Motorcycle World War.
Or the Sonderkraffenhausen.
Sorry, this is the Kettenkrad. That's what it was. Yeah.
Found it.
Yep. I love that thing. Anyway, sorry about that, listeners. Anyway, French is not good. Let's see. Is this? I might be skipping around here, but next thing I got in my notes is when Kate Blanchett chases after Stahl while he's boarding the train.
We got a little bit before then. So
yeah.
Clooney can't get anywhere with the U.S. Army. This is where he grabs Sam again and goes to the British front where he knows the major. The private overhears a Nazi captain talking that he switched uniforms with a fucking child to dodge punishment. Like, when you look at the kid who's in the officer's uniform, this is like clearly a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And they will show us even more Nazi child soldiers in a moment when we can talk about that more. But that's right after that is when Kate Blanchett sees a bunch of trucks leaving from her work.
Yeah.
Which is fucking empty. All the art has been loaded onto a train as Stahl leaves Paris. Clooney splits up the party to follow different leads that they have.
Stahl takes a couple of. Sorry, I just wrote down. Stahl takes a couple of shots at Kate Blanchett as the train.
Yeah.
Running away. That was interesting.
And I will say, he's not close. It's pretty good for a pistol shot at 200 yards.
From a moving train.
Yeah.
What the hell did he think? But he misses, of course. But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't shoot Galadriel.
Yeah, it's true.
She has that elven magic. But no, then they're going to split up the team, and also somehow George Clooney can build the best radio in Europe. No.
Yeah.
He does build a really good radio, and he will take any excuse he can to monologue over an old-fashioned radio.
Oh my God.
And takes this one despite being 50 feet away from them.
Yeah. But I do appreciate this is an interesting inverse of what would be chanted a few years later by some other Nazis, where he's just saying, hey, we're not going to let the fascists erase who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Fascists will not erase us. And I appreciated that sentiment a lot
Yeah.
when I watched this film
Yeah.
in 2026.
Yeah, remember when the Nazis
Yes.
were the unambiguous bad guys?
Yeah.
Godwin's Law or something. Matt Damon takes a prop plane to Paris and meets up with Kate Blanchett. And she is in prison at this point.
She's in the Hoosgow.
Because she's a collaborator.
Yeah,
He drops one of the classic Americanisms here, which is, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German.
Yeah, that really is. Yeah.
And I've heard this a ton in other stuff. I've heard, like, my grandpa, who was a World War II vet, say this about Europeans and stuff. And Kate Blanchett comes back with the best and only answer is, no, that's not true. I might be dead if it wasn't for you, but I'd still be speaking French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's thinking back to the Revolutionary War. You know, if it wasn't for the colonial army that fought back, we'd all be speaking English.
Well, and if it also wasn't for the British Empire being in 4 other wars at the same time, all of which were more important than the American Revolution.
Who was it that said the most common holiday in the world is independence from Britain?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do also appreciate here, we keep cutting. Bob Balaban, unfortunately, has been saddled with having to go around with Bill Murray, and he feels about it like I would having to travel with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I
feel like Bill Murray
One
was
thing I
just...
absolutely love about this is a movie like this has to not only show a lot of fantastic art, but it has to make the art feel like important and meaningful.
Yes.
And they do a great job of this.
Yeah.
Like I've been fortunate. We have a fantastic art museum here in Detroit. I've seen I've been at a house where they had 2 Rembrandts. They were very, very well off people.
Shit.
And so seeing the art appreciated felt really I'm okay with having a war movie where it's just let's just look at some real cool sculptures.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been lucky to get to view some really, really classic and beautiful paintings over the years.
I ain't seen shit. Again. I lived in Austin for the longest time, where fucking every you can't go to a gas station without someone showing off their art. There's just some fucking dude who smells like patchouli who thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Someone wants to charge you $400 for something, a canvas that he put paint on his testicles and then wiped it on the thing. And it was so anyway, yeah.
That seems like they're doing a good job of keeping Austin weird. I hear
100%.
That's the thing.
That is the thing.
So, anyways, we get bits of tracking down the altarpiece here. They get held up by a young German soldier, and then they all just sit down and have a smoke.
Now, this was, again, Bill Murray just wasn't even trying. I don't know. It was kind of funny, but it was just I like how he was let's all just sit down, just.
There's a couple bits of this movie where I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Not like I'm laughing, but I'm saying the words in that tone.
That is 100% the vibe of this movie.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. And you're not laughing, but
Right.
you're like, oh, you think, oh, that's so funny. but you don't laugh. You don't actually laugh.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
even reaching sensible chuckle level.
sensible chuckle.
Are you familiar with
Yeah.
that?
The GIF.
The airplane get bag or the airplane?
Oh, is that what
gag?
it's from? I've seen the GIF
Yeah,
where
where
it's
the guy's
sensible
reading
chuckle. Yeah.
Sensible chuckle.
Yeah. No, I do appreciate the vibe of this scene where Bill Murray is talking with the German teenager who is Wehrmacht. Not all Germans were fucking Nazis. A lot of them were just conscripted into the army and didn't want to be there.
I mean, there's a bit of that, and that seems like a great time to talk about child soldiers because John Goodman and John Claude flush out an actual child soldier here in uniform that was fitted, which is an important call out. Also, SS uniform this kid is in.
Yeah, the Hitler Youth Corps.
So, just going to throw this out there. I've got a statistic for you. I'm not going to say the number, and I want you guys to guess.
Hey, all right.
What percentage of the SS Panzer Division was under the age of 18?
Oh, fuck.
Do you have a date on this?
I believe it's a general over the course of the war.
Over the course of the war, okay? Because
I know that they towards the end there were a lot more child soldiers. But and also for the sake of saying it, there's absolutely no participant in World War II that is victim free here.
This is true. Yeah.
The United States was allowing kids to lie about their age and enlist. They say it wasn't a big deal, but my grandpa did. Like I know other people with that story. And I've seen the birth certificates and the enlistment dates, so it's like I know it's real.
Yep.
There's a handful of cases of it there. Obviously not as widespread as the Germans or the Soviets, who both were more conscripting child soldiers. At least here it was a little bit more of a volunteer thing. But that's probably only because the war never really hit our doorstep after Pearl Harbor. Anyways, it's bad. The UK did it too. Italy did it. It's all over the place.
Well, it's a common trope that all of the German soldiers were all hopped up on meth. The U.S. also gave everybody uppers all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was just Benzedrine. I'm going to
Anyway,
go
back to the original
39%.
question.
39%? All right. Vic, what do you got?
Oh, I'm going to try to be optimistic here and say 21%.
Well, you're both very wrong.
Oh, no.
And you're both very low.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
65% of the SS Panzer Division was under the age of 18. Now, I'm sure some of that was, the Hitler Youth Feeder Program into the SS.
Right.
Also, Panzer Division is a tank division, so being smaller inside of a tank does have advantages when you're pressed for space.
Really changes Fury around if you've got Brad Pitt and all of them driving around, and the other tank is just a bunch of kids screaming.
Right?
Probably historically accurate, though.
Uh-huh.
Way closer that to the actual ages than the people in Fury are. Like,
and
sorry, John Barenthal, you are 20 years too old to be in this movie.
The other side of that, by the way, is 13% of the SS Panzer Division was over the age of 25.
Holy fuck. Oh,
so,
my God. Yeah, indoctrinated and shit. But you know what?
Indoctrinated. At what point is enslaved
Propaganda.
appropriate to
right.
use?
Mm-hmm. It's basically a cult. When you get them in that young. They don't know anything else.
They stopped taking them to school and started training them how to kill people. Like,
yep.
This is what happened. So
funny. Just
I'm
one interesting thing that you reminded me of that's maybe not quite as dark, but still to this day, as far as I know, engineers have not figured out a way to create a reliable autoloader in a tank for the main cannon. They're jamming up and just like a fucking 18-year-old private is better at loading the shells into the tank than the machinery is. It's just it's interesting to me.
Is
and
it too
sucks.
much explosion?
No, they just jam constantly because all the heat. And
Yeah, well, that would be too much
Well,
explosion.
pseudo explosion. Yes, exactly.
Okay. I would think you could use
too big?
heat-resistant enough materials. You might have to like build them out of the main chamber out of like titanium or something.
Yeah, I mean maybe
I would think that this is not a modern problem.
Well,
But,
yeah,
here
all
we
the.
get.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just all I know is all the what you call them, Abrams battle tanks. Yeah, freaking.
Yeah.
Would rather have a teenage private loading than an. Anyway, yeah, that's just
Okay.
fun
No,
fact,
I mean,
whatever.
historically, and then also, like, obviously, as war drags on, you have material shortages, and you
Yeah.
can only make so much out of certain strengths of metal and stuff. Like, I understand all of that. So I'm not agreeing with the decision, but I understand
Which
the
also-
philosophy.
To tangent on our tangent, for anybody who's just bought into, and I fell into this when I was a kid and I was a baby learning about World War II and being a giant nerd. For anybody who's like, yeah, the Germans lost, but man, they're technical, like they designed the best stuff, and it's like they kept over-designing shit as the war went on and stuff became less and less available. It's like, yeah, a King Tiger is a really good tank if you
Oh,
can
but
provide gas for it and replacement parts for it. Can you do that, Hitler? No.
We require more Vespine gas.
Well, maybe make some cheap shit.
Right. Oh man, damn! You
Where
make me
the
wanna
U.S.
play
is just
Company Heroes
pushing the
again.
Sherman go burr button.
Yeah.
But here we get Hugh Bonneville at a statue of Madonna and her child. It's a beautiful statue.
Yeah,
And it's sad he is come across by some Nazis, and they shoot him.
This is the scene where the voiceover is he's reading the letter that
His
he's writing
letter.
to his dad.
Because
Yeah.
his life has fallen apart. He's a drunk. His wife has left him, and this is my one chance at redeeming myself.
Man,
And-
as soon as that voiceover started, I'm like, oh man, our boy is not going to survive the voiceover.
That said, I think still number one with a bullet is bleeding out in unblemished snow. Number two might be in Catholic cathedral protecting a
Yeah.
piece of artwork. I'm just
Yeah,
like, hey, if I got
man,
shot here,
At
fine.
least he got a couple shots off on an actual Nazi before he went down. So it's like, yeah,
Should we
he
all
went
be
down
so
like a
lucky?
soldier. I know.
And they find him. They've taken the statue, and we've lost our first Monuments Man. And here's where we circle back around to earlier in the film. George Clooney is like, "Hey, we're just supposed to try and find and protect this stuff. Nobody's life here is more important than the stuff we're trying to save."
Right.
And they kind of
Now
start
it's like,
changing to like, okay, but we have died.
we gotta make it worth
That
it.
means we need to make this stuff needs to be more important.
Yeah. Let's see. After this, we get Matt Damon and Kate Blanchett hanging out. They are taken to a warehouse that is filled with people's lives, specifically Jewish people's lives.
Yeah.
He grabs a painting and returns it.
To an empty apartment, and she's just like, "What are you doing? They're not coming back." And he's like, "I have to do something. Like, I am an art, an art historian in the middle of a fucking war zone." Like,
Where you then skip ahead to Christmas, where Bill Murray gets a recording of his kids and grandkids singing Christmas carols.
Oh my God, Christmas
which
in
how
World War II.
rich would they have to be to have their own personal record maker? Like,
Right?
Yeah.
you have to record and then press that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole process. I mean,
And
you
they're-
might rent there. We know that he's in Chicago. There's studios there. You might rent the time and make that the special gift for Grandpa. You know, you knowing what he's doing and he's overseas and stuff. You might take the time to do that as a family, and spend the money. But I can't imagine it was cheap.
And they were, and this was a scene where they were opening their packages they got from their families for Christmas, and our boy here, the private, he's getting sentimental over saltines. Oh my god, dude! He's like breaks out a package of crackers, and it's like, oh, I never want to get in the point in my life to where I get sentimental over fucking saltines. That sounds horrible.
I love
Now, an
saltines.
oyster cracker.
Maybe it's just because I've been sick all week, but I feel like I've ate like sleeves of saltines this week.
Saltines and Verner's, baby.
Saltines, little slices of cheese, some ginger ale.
Oh, stop it! I
feeling
haven't eaten since noon. Damn it.
You have a monster right now. Where did you get that monster where you didn't get food? Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question.
Look, I'm at a weird point in life. Okay.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
So
we don't have to go there.
Okay.
Well,
Did you just blow up all the credit card companies?
I don't.
That's because that's the end of the last part in Fight Club. You met me at a very strange time in my life.
God, that would be great right now. I have so much credit card debt. Anyway,
Here's where we find out that they're
Well, hold
besides
on one
the
second.
Nazis. Oh, okay.
hold on. I wrote down in the notes. The boy is going to be just fine. I have no idea what that's referring to. I don't know.
No
Whatever.
idea, man.
I was hoping you guys would know.
But we find out that not only do we have to deal with Nazis stealing everything,
Yeah, the
there is
Russians
a
are stealing
Russian
shit, too.
team that is stealing you're trying to take what I have rightfully stolen. It's like, okay, we got our Wallace Shawns over here.
Well, that's true. Yeah, the Russian Trophy Brigade. They're like, the Russians. I mean, they took a lot of fucking losses in World War II, so they're like, God damn it, we got to have something to show for all this. So like, we're gonna steal some stolen shit.
Yep. And we find out there's also the Nero Decree.
The
which anything
Nero
that they're not-
Decree.
anything they're not taking back to Germany, burn it.
Oh my God, that's fucked up.
Yep. Yeah, that's scorched earth. There's a Bill Murray dentist subplot
Yeah.
where they end up at a Nazi soldier's house and find a bunch of art.
Bill Murray.
So
getting
that's
his
our
tooth
guy from the
pulled.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Murray getting his tooth pulled is another one of those moments that a sensible chuckle moment where you're like, that's, it's kind of funny.
And
But
he's just
that
like, oh,
does
yes,
remind me.
my nephew was in Paris. Maybe he knows something. And they show up, and it's just like a German farmhouse full of priceless art, and it's like, one of these things is not like the other.
It's like, yeah. But I did just want to throw back that scene did remind me. I had forgotten about this, but back in 2005, my first month in Iraq, I had an impacted wisdom tooth, and I had to go to a fucking marine dentist, and I had have that tooth pulled in the middle of a fucking war zone, and oh my God, I think that was actually the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
So for a marine dentist, like, is your discharge paper and crayon?
Right. Dude, a couple days later, I'm brushing my teeth and I spit out a chunk of tooth that they fucking left in there where they were drilling it out.
Yikes.
And they you know what they gave me for the pain? Tylenol. Assholes.
Are you trying to imply that the Marines left someone behind?
Yeah, they left my soul behind. Anyway, now it was Tylenol with codeine, but still, they might as well have given me fucking Jolly
that's
Ranchers.
different. That's
It didn't do shit. It still didn't do shit. I remember waking up in the middle of the night because I was in so much pain. I think that was seriously the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It's no wonder in all the torture scenes in movies you see them pulling teeth, because that's
So
the worst. Anyway, okay.
I
moving
had a
on.
botched root canal once.
Oh no!
That they had to redo, and they had to redo it 4 times.
He botched this. He botched that. There's no such thing. You're out there without a net, one take live.
Oh. And
Oh my
on
god!
the last time, I turned down the painkillers
Shut
because no, I'm serious. Well, there's nothing left, right? They're trying to find the little bit that's left in there because there's a problem, but it's too small to show up on X-rays. So how we found it was me denying the painkillers and noticing when they got there. That's how we did it. That was a lot. That was a particularly painful instance in my life. Probably the worst. I don't know. It was bad. I've broken toes and stuff. I've gotten concussions don't really hurt, but I've gotten a couple bad concussions over the years.
Broken both my elbows. Surprisingly, did not hurt as bad as I thought it would.
Was it immediately preceded by you yelling, "Watch this"?
Listen, okay. Look. Okay, here's what happened. All right, I used to be really into mountain biking. I was not good at it. Okay. And I was out biking, I took a bad fall, and like a rookie mistake, as I'm falling, I put my arm out to try and brace your fall. Don't do that. If you're going to fall, tuck and roll, dude. Don't put your arm out because, it's just going to thing. So I didn't realize it was broken until I woke up the next morning and I couldn't move my arm. It was just, So I went to the hospital. They did a thing. They gave me a little treatment, anything. 2 or 3 weeks later, when it had healed just enough that I could use my arm again, I got back on my bike. I went back to the very same trail, and then I fell on the other side and broke my other elbows. Went to the same hospital. I found out that the doctor got angry with the nurse because, no, I know this guy. It's not his left arm. It's his right arm. No, you don't know your left from your right? And the nurse was like, I swear I was just there. And he walks in, sees me, and is like, oh, my God. He's like, all right.
No
you know
one's
the
dumb
routine.
enough to break both elbows.
Yeah. That was pretty bad.
Reminds me
Anyway.
of Glow's aunt and uncle through over a course of 2 weeks. They managed to break 3 out of their 4 hands. So out of the 2 of them, there was 1 working hand in the house.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been thinking about it. And Ben, do you remember when my shoulder got dislocated at Ragnarok?
Yeah.
That hurt more.
What is
think
that,
that
like a
was
music
worse.
festival?
No, this is a LARPing thing.
Yeah.
I am legged, so I'm down on my knees. And we are in a couple hundred people fighting a couple hundred people. It wasn't a huge battle. It was a big battle for most battles, but it was not a big battle for the thing we were at. And a dude, I'm fighting with a spear, and I've got a back shield strapped around my side and my arm. And a dude came in to charge the dude next to me, and his shield caught my shield, caught the strap, and worked it around so that it luckily disconnect. It didn't get my neck, but it got wrapped around my arm and pulled the shield with him. And it wrapped just right around my arm and dislocated my arm, just popped it right out of the socket.
At these kind of LARPing events, do they have medics on hand?
Yeah. No, I was literally 30 feet from the medic tent when it happened. I was fighting right next to it. And so I just kind of walk over there with my arm hey guys, how are we doing? And had there's a handful of paramedics who participate and stuff, and there's doctors who do it and stuff, nurses, and so there's a trained medical professional there at all times. And here we go. We're gonna put it back in, and they did, and then I kept it in a sling for a couple of days as it healed it up.
This is going to be another box in the LTO bingo card is LARPing war stories because, dude, I love your one. Right?
We've got a lot of them.
Yeah.
But now getting back to our movie, we get a bit where it's our guys, for some reason, I'm sure this isn't how it was in the real war. They're just allowed to just wander around and do whatever they want by themselves. And John Goodman and our French member, Jean-Claude, they are just driving around and they end up in the middle of a ambush.
Yes.
Yes. No, that's 100% accurate. I could absolutely see this happening.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Which reminds me of the joke, Victor. Two men are walking through the desert, and they're starving, and they're dehydrated, and they're not going to make it. And then in the future, they're off on the horizon. They see and they smell. Is that a bacon tree? And they wander to it, and yeah, it's a tree, and it's full of beautiful strips of bacon. And one of them's like, I can't believe my eyes. This can't be real. And the other one's like, I'm gonna risk it, and goes forward. And as soon as he gets close to it, suddenly gunshots ring out, and he turns around and goes, "Run away! It's not a bacon tree. It's a ambush."
Oh God.
That's my favorite joke.
That's a great.
Boo.
It's a ambush. Okay, so John Goodman and Jean-Claude get ambushed. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yep.
Let's see. Is this where Matt?
They
Damon
go into another mine. We see
they
them
go into another
burning
mine.
some shit.
Yeah.
Then that's when Matt Damon steps on the landmine in the mine.
Oh yeah.
This was another sensible Chuckle moment. They were all just like, I think I stepped on a landmine. He's like, why would you do this?
Yeah, everybody's just like, why? And it's just, he didn't do it on
Oh,
purpose.
Wait, no, that's sorry. That I skipped ahead in my notes. That's in a little bit, I think.
Yeah, Matt Damon and Cate Blanchett have their little.
This is where they find
date.
out about the mines. Yeah.
They have a date first, or not a date.
Yeah.
Which, from what I've learned from this scene, the key to getting a date in Paris is to just keep saying, "This is Paris." Like, how many times there's like, well, we are in Paris.
Yeah. And this is where Cate Blanchett tells us that art yearns for the mines, just like the children.
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah,
Wu-Tang
because
joke?
Minecraft. No, I'm just not acknowledging it. I'm selling a joke. Sorry. Yep. So this is where they find the mines, and Cate Blanchett tells them everything. Everything that she's recorded, which, by the way, was fucking everything. And then they start going into mines. They find all the art. They find a ton of Nazi gold.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is the name of a show on the History Channel.
Nazi
But I
gold?
didn't
Yeah, I
check.
think it is.
Nazi gold, yeah.
This is where they had the gold teeth collection.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all this stuff that's burnt out. And this is where Matt Damon steps in the landmine, but they stack a bunch of shit on top of it so it doesn't go off. Meanwhile, the Soviets raid a bunker and they find catalogs of art. So they know where stuff's at now. And this is when Matt Damon finds the barrel filled with gold teeth, or the gold fillings from teeth. We see the SS guys burn a bunch more art as our heroes roll up to the castle that Cate Blanchett told them about, and they find that it's just stuffed filled with statues and things.
Yeah.
And they locate the altar in some paperwork so they know what mine the altar is at now. And this is where they catch they get down there and they catch the one Nazi who got shot by
Our boy
what's his
Hugh
name?
Hugh
our
Jeffries.
boy Hugh. Yeah.
Donald Bonneville.
Yeah, he's there and he gets interrogated, and it's just Clooney monologuing at him. He's just basically gloating. He's like, "I'm going to go to the Jewish deli on my corner and remember your smug face, and that I'm never going to fucking think about you again, bitch."
That is a great chef's kiss to that.
Yeah. The Russians are coming, so they have to clear out quick because this is going to be in East Germany, not West Germany now. So they've got to figure that out. They get in, they find the altar while they delay the Ruskies. There's one missing panel, and it's literally their table.
Yep.
Once again, my notes just say, hilarious.
Sensible chuckle.
Sensible chuckle.
This film is very sensible chuckle.
Yeah. Clooney finds the Madonna at the last moment. They saved all the art they could. We get another recap of events here as Clooney's talking to who should be Hoover, Truman.
Yeah.
Truman.
This
yeah.
should be Truman.
Again, they do the thing where they just show him from the.
And I think it's still FDR again, which is just like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, no, the subtitle said President Truman, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, was it all worth it? Will anyone remember these guys who died? And then we fast forward to 1977 as a guy who's supposed to be old George Clooney, whose voice is dubbed over.
No, that was George Clooney's actual father, who is not an actor. Yeah, I loved that. I thought that was. I mean, I know it doesn't look like him,
That's
but
great.
I like that.
That's
I think it's
fun.
kind of sentimental and it's kind of cool. I think it's much better than crappy CGI or a bad makeup to try and make him look older. I'd like that they got his actual dad to come in and just do that one scene. Because that I don't know, that gave me warm fuzzies. I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
It's like having Linda Hamilton's twin in Terminator 2.
Yeah, the mirror scene.
Just fine. That's got to feel so great as a special effects artist where you're just like, wait, you have an identical twin and she's not an actress? Does she understand she looks exactly like Linda Hamilton?
Yeah, and I wish I had a famous twin brother I could mooch off of. That'd be awesome. Anyway. Well, that's the end of our movie. And I'd like to start a new tradition here that I ripped off from another podcast I like called Film Sack, where we sum up the movie in a Twitter post, 240 characters or less. I'll go first. Sensible chuckle. Oh wait, sorry. Monuments Men. Sensible chuckle, and oh yeah, Bill Murray's in this.
Monuments Men? Do you want to have a conversation about child soldiers? Hilarious.
Yeah. Monuments
All
Men.
lowercase hilarious.
All lowercase.
Not enough action, not enough heist, too much Bill Murray.
Get a letterbox, Ben.
I'd be great on Letterboxd.
We should actually go and all get a letterbox. I've been meaning to do it at some point. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the movie. I feel let down by the trailer.
Yeah, I was
the trailer made me
expecting more
think it
of a
was going to be
heist.
better. But it was not an unenjoyable movie. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I would have liked it if it was just a little bit more on any dial. Like it's just like fives across the board. It's
That's
like the
a great way to put
equalizer
it.
is just set to flat, and it's all like I just want to twist a couple of these up and a couple
Just
of
give me
these
some
down
trouble, man.
in any direction. You could make it more
It was
heisty,
kinda funny,
more actiony,
kind of
more comedy.
actiony. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
a little
our
bit more
Kind of
waterfall.
dramatic, kind of
Like I
kind of
appreciated
Yeah.
that we have our Matt Damon, Kate Blanchett thing going on, and like it's a will they like, oh, she's flirting with him, and she's like, you can stay over, it's Paris, and he's like, I'm married, and she's like, it's Paris, and he's like,
It's
yeah, but
Paris.
I'm married. I'm
still
married,
married.
But it's
I'm
Paris.
leaving. Thank you for the tie, and she's kind of like, oh, but it's Paris, and I'm just like, thank you for not having the one romantic subplot be a man cheating on his wife. But
Yeah.
you could have also, like, we're already fudging with the history. Just make him not married and smooch Kate Blanchett. No one will care. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't, like, you rug pulled my romance. You kind of like the big heist is like, and we blew up a pile of rubble to get into a mine. Mm-hmm. You know, that's not like we're not Danny Oceaning it. You know,
I'm wondering if that was based on an actual historical event.
I'm sure it was.
They took so many creative liberties in this that they could have given us, I don't know. Yeah, like Jafar said, something a little more climactic at the end. But, I think this is a perfect movie to have on the background while you're doing something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
One question before I forget. What's a letterbox?
It is a social media for watching films.
Viewing movies.
So you just like list what you've been watching, and you can.
Yeah.
And one cool thing is like there are like film critics and stuff who use it, so that you can see like, hey, this critic who I enjoy, you know, over at the Atlantic, what is he watching? What is he saying about it?
There's also lots of like celebrities who have one and stuff that you can follow. Some like comedians and stuff. It's pretty good.
Oh, good to know. All right, well, that is our episode.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with Downton Abbey, Season 1, Episode 1.
You have to cross the Bridgetown to get to Downton Abbey.
Yeah, Downton Abbey, it's about a youthful lady in the big city who's just trying to find her way, right? Downton Abbey, that's what this show is. I have a description from Episode 1 here I'll read. It is April 1912. Oh, I didn't realize. And news arrives of the sinking of the Titanic. Oh, no. Okay, well, that sounds like not the show I was expecting. Maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong. I noticed I noticed it's missing a W and has an E in a weird spot. I just assumed that was British spellings. I guess I am wrong there.
I'm willing to bet that there is a low budget movie called Downton Abbey that is completely different.
I'd Google it, but I'd rather not.
There is a great, I believe it was Funny or Die sketch that is Downtown Arby's. That is
damn,
like
I'm fucking hungry.
It's Richard Kind. It's got Matt Walsh, the good
Matt
one.
Walsh? Oh, okay.
From Veep. From Veep, the like the actor, and like a bunch of like really funny people, and it's just doing like I think the first season or two of Downton Abbey, but about people trying to like, we might lose the Arby's. Who will inherit the general manager position?
Oh, yeah, that sounds interesting.
That sounds fun. Yeah. So we'll be back next week with that. But before we go, we got to say a couple thank yous. Thank you, Ripe, for letting us use Goon Squad as a theme music. We appreciate the hell out of it. I hope you guys got some new music coming out soon.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
I love some new music, Ripe.
Seems like they've.
They just came out last year.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure they're doing album support, and they put out an album every like 2 or 3, I want to say. So it'll be a minute, but maybe we'll get lucky with like a random single or something, maybe a cover, something fun.
Thank you to you, the listener. If you enjoy our podcast, please join us in the Discord, or leave us a message on voicecast.app/LTO. And please leave us a review. We haven't had a review in quite a long time. It really helps out the show. If you do leave us a review, we'll give you a shout out here on the show. And if you don't like our podcast, just keep that shit to yourself.
We actually have a new review since the last time we recorded.
Oh, we do?
We do. We have a 5-star review from ADAC. I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Yeah.
I may not have the time to watch Whisper Cheese television these days, but I do always make time to listen to these guys who are in the same predicament. Whether you already know the show they are skipping through or not, it is always a treat to hear them try to figure out what the heck is happening each week. This is one of my very few appointment listening podcasts for me, and I can't recommend it enough, and the entire What Happened Here Productions family of podcasts. Thank you so much.
That
We
just made my
appreciate that.
day.
Awesome.
Thank you, ADAC. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for leaving that review. And I guess there's one thing left to say, Ben.
We'll see you next time on Last Time